Place your palms in Gyan Mudra. Gyan Mudra is when you touch the tips of your first finger with your thumb and place them over your knees. This is also known as the Mudra of Wisdom, or the gesture of wisdom. Gently close your eyes and with a gentle smile on your face, your breath.
You can be a little louder.
Okay, thank you. So just make sure your head, your neck, your spine are in a straight line. Just slowly roll your shoulders back and bring them in a comfortable and alert position. Your first target is to lengthen your spine. Once you are sitting straight, start by concentrating on your breath. Observe how you are inhaling in and exhaling out. With every breath, try to deepen your inhalation and exhalation. So with every inhalation, try to increase the period in which you are inhaling in and exhaling out. Just do 5 rounds of long and deep breaths. Complete this 5 rounds at your own count, at your own pace, at your own speed. And begin. Synchronize your body, your mind with your breath. Become one with your breath. Now, while keeping your eyes closed, gently join your palms in Namaskar Mudra. Make sure your palms are in front of your chest and the center of your chest. Let's start by chanting Omkar 3 times. So you have to do Om chanting 3 times without break in continuity, one after the other side. Let's start. Inhale in and begin with Om chanting. And slowly open your eyes. And let's begin with our practice. So I've been told that this is an advanced class. Everyone is flexible enough and that they are at a higher level than the normal people, than the beginners class. So I'll try to take my class in the same fashion as my elder sister does. So slowly stand and make sure you're not using your arms while standing. Open your legs according to your shoulder width. Feet parallel to each other, toes and heels in a straight line. Stand nice and tall, place your palms on your face. So you have to move your head up and down, drop your head maximum back, and bring your head down and touch your chin with your chest. 5 rounds to start. Up and down. Just don't worry about your breath. Just observe your neck movement. Complete 5 rounds of moving your head up and down. And change. You have to turn your head left and right. Just try to bring your chin chin parallel to your shoulder. You have to bring your chin parallel to your shoulder, and try to turn your head as much as possible. And change. Tilt your head to your left side, try and touch your left ear with your left shoulder. And then to the right side. Once again, complete 5 times. And relax. Spread your legs a bit more. Feet parallel to each other, raise arms, interlock your fingers with simple spinal twisting. So you have to turn to your right side, twist your spine maximum, look back, come back, and lift. Just complete spinal twisting 5 times each side. So 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Just make sure you're not bending your knees. 7, 8, 9, and 10. Now keep your arms in front of your chest. Spread your fingers maximum apart. Close your fist as tight as possible. So we are going to do this movement 10 times. Just open your palms, spread your fingers maximum apart from each other. Close your fist as tight as possible. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Take your arms to the side, keep your arms on straight line with your shoulders. In the same movement, 10 times. Spread your fingers, close your fist. Start. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10. Raise your arms directly over your head. Keep your biceps close to your ears. Push your shoulders up, chest out, abdomen in. Same movement. Spread your fingers. Close your palm. Start 10 times. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. Bring your arms in front. Now close your fingers. You have to move your palms in opposite direction at maximum speed for 10 seconds. Just activate your forearm, activate your wrist, your shoulders. Just increase your speed, increase the tempo. Last 5 seconds. 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Shake your arms. Now spread your legs a bit more, at least 1 to 2 feet apart. Now inhale, raise the left arm up. Stretch your body maximum up. While exhaling, slowly bend to your right side, slide your right arm on your right leg. Keep your shoulders in a straight line, chest down. Inhale and come back. Exhale, bend. Inhale, exhale. Inhale, exhale, and just maintain here for 5 counts. 1, try to breathe normally. If you can retain your breath, that is excellent. 2, 3, 4, and 5. Inhale and come back. Exhale, bring your arm down. Inhale, raise your right arm. Keep your right bicep close to your right ear. Slowly exhale and slide to the left side. Inhale and come back up. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. Inhale. Exhale. And stay here for 5 seconds. Try to hold your breath. If you are unable to hold your breath, breathe normally. 4, 3, 2, and 1. Inhale and come back. Exhale. Bring your arm down. And next, we'll move on to Utkatasana or chair pose. So I'll show you the side view. Keep your feet open according to your shoulder width. Feet parallel to each other, toes and heels in a straight line. Raise your arms up to your shoulder level. In front of your chest. Expand your chest, pull your abdomen in, and slowly exhale and go down. Make the shape of a chair with your body. Try to keep your spine as straight as possible. Push your buttocks down. Don't push them back. You have to push them down. And inhale. Exhale. Go down. Make sure you are not collapsing your knees in. Keep them parallel to each other. Keep your thighs parallel to the mat. Inhale and come. The last round, we are going to try and hold here for 5 seconds. Slowly exhale, down, and retain. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bring arms down. So next, just to increase the spinal flexibility and to activate your spine, your hamstrings, your glutes, your hip flexors, we are going to move on to basic back bending and forward. So either you can join your feet together or keep them open according to your waist or shoulder. I prefer by joining my feet together, but if you want to keep your feet open, that is totally fine. Just make sure they are parallel to each other, toes and heels are in a straight line. Place your arms on your back, fingers pointing sideways, thumbs pointing towards each other. Push your shoulders back, elbows back, chest out, abdomen. Inhale. While exhaling, push your buttocks forward. Make sure you're not collapsing your legs. Your knees should be locked in. And slowly drop your head back. Go back maximum. Inhale and come back. Exhale and bend forward. So when you're going down, your target is to lengthen your spine. So first thing that will touch with your thighs is your abdomen. You have to go down and push forward. There are two movements that are happening in forward bend. I'm pushing my spine down. Simultaneously, I'm pushing forward to lengthen all my vertebrae. Inhale and come back up. Exhale and back bend. Now we are going to increase the tempo. Inhale and come back. Exhale forward. Remember, target is to touch your abdomen with the thighs, knees to the chest, chin or forehead on your shins. So inhale and come back. Raise your arms up. Exhale and back bend. Inhale and come back. Exhale and forward bend. First, extend your arms forward. Lengthen your spine. If you feel comfortable here, then either you can grip your toes or place your palms directly beside you. And inhale and come back. Last round, give it your best shot. Try and stay here for 5 seconds. Exhale and go back. Inhale and come back. Exhale and forward bend. Extend forward. Place your arms directly beside your feet, or you can grip your toes and pull your spine down. Lengthen your spine. Inhale, extend forward. So this is how you are supposed to work on your back bending and forward bending. Target is to lengthen your spine. Never go down with the round spine. Make sure your base is always strong. Never collapse your legs while back bending and forward bending. So now we are going to do 5 rounds of Surya Namaskar Sun salutations. So just come to the top of your mat. And do let me know if my pace is a bit faster or if I'm talking a bit faster, because that is I'm used to. Just make sure to slow me down. Always respect your physical capabilities. Do as much as your body is allowing. You have to always move forward, but respect your physical body and take steps only how much your body is allowing. So join your feet together.
Yes, please speak a little slowly. Slowly.
Thank you. So,
and louder.
Keep your feet together. Palms directly beside your feet, beside your thighs. Slowly inhale and raise your arms up. Join your palms, push your palms into each other, and while exhaling, bring them in front of you. Now inhale in and back bend. Slowly exhale, extend forward in forward bend. Lift your head up. Now slowly inhale and take your left leg maximum back. Push your left toe out, push your pelvic region towards the mat. Press your thighs down and forward. Keep your knee and ankle at a 90-degree angle. Your shin should be at a 90-degree angle. Place both your palms onto the mat and look up. Now slowly tuck your left toe in. Lift your left knee up while exhaling. Take your right leg back. Join your feet together. Toes and heels together. Push your heels towards the mat. Target is to lengthen your spine. So make sure you're not going with the wrong path. Lengthen your spine. Push your chest towards your toes or towards your knees. Head in between your arms. And if you can, push your chin towards your chest. Now, for unable to lengthen the spine, you can bend your knees and lengthen your spine. And then slowly straighten your legs. Now, hold your breath here. Don't inhale or exhale. Just hold. Touch your knees. Chest and chin onto the mat. Lift your abdomen, your buttocks, your thighs off the mat. Your shins will be off the mat. Your toes will be tucked in. Now slowly push your toes out. Straighten your body. Push your body forward. Inhale. Go into cobra. Bend your arms. Lift your chest up. Push your shoulders back. Drop your head back. Try to keep your toes and heels together. Tighten your buttocks. Focus on your lower back, upper back, shoulders back, chest out, abdomen in. And tuck your toes in while exhaling. Go back to downward facing dog or Adho Mukha Svanasana. Once again, target is to lengthen your spine. So keep your legs as straight as possible. Push your chest towards your toes, head in between your arms. And slowly inhale in and bring your left leg directly in between your arms. Right knee onto the mat. Push your right toe out. Your ankle and your knee at a 90-degree angle. And look up. Now slowly exhale, touch your toe in, right toe in. Bring your right leg forward, directly in between your arms. Forward fold or Padhastasana. Inhale, slowly come up and back. Slowly exhale, join your palms together and bring them in front. So this was one round of Surya Namaskar. We are going to do 4 more. So let's start. Take a long and deep breath in. And start. Inhale, raise your hands up. 1. So I'll be doing the next 4 rounds at a higher pace with a more upbeat tempo so that we can heat up our body also and sweat simultaneously while practicing. So remember all the breathing techniques where you are supposed to inhale and exhale and try to coordinate your body movement accordingly. 1, 2, inhale and back bend. 3, exhale, forward bend. 4, inhale, take your left leg back, left toe out, left knee on the mat, push your thighs forward and down, pelvic region towards the mat, look up. Exhale, take your right leg back into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold your breath. Let's move on to 6. Ashtanga Naman. Your toes, knees, chest, and chin will be on the mat along with both your palms. Rest. Each and every body part will be lifted up. Push your toes out. Push your body forward, straighten yourself. Inhale and go into Cobra, Bhujangasana. Tuck your toes in. Exhale. Move on to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. And inhale. Bring your left leg forward, directly in between your arms. Right knee onto the mat, right toe pushed out. Just keep your ankle flat and look up. Tuck your toe in and exhale and then the right leg forward into Padhastasana, forward fold. Inhale, raise your arms up and back bend. Exhale, forward bend. Let's directly go to number 3rd posture, Padhastasana. 4, Ashwasanchalan. Take your left leg back. Inhale and lift your head down. 5, exhale. Take your right leg back into Adho Mukha Svanasana. Hold your breath. 6, knees, chest, and chin onto the mat. Inhale. Move on to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana. Inhale, Ashwasanchalan. Bring your left leg forward. Right knee onto the mat. Exhale. Right leg forward into Padhastasana, forward fold. Inhale. Lift the arms up and back bend. Exhale, Padhastasana number 3. Inhale, left leg forward, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold your breath, Ashtanga Naman, knees, chest, and chin onto the mat. Inhale, straighten your body, lift up, move to Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Tuck your toes in, exhale, move into Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, with your left leg forward, Ashwasanchalan, look up. Exhale, right leg forward into forward fold, Padhastasana. Inhale, lift your arms up and slowly back bend. Exhale, forward bend, Padhastasana, forward fold. Inhale, left leg back, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale, right leg back, Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Hold your breath, knees, chest and chin onto the mat. Inhale, move into Bhujangasana, Cobra pose. Exhale, move to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Inhale, left leg forward. Look up, Ashwasanchalan. Exhale. Bring the right leg forward into forward fold, Padhastasana. Inhale, extend your arms forward and back bend. And exhale and join your palms and bring them in front of you. And relax. So we've completed 5 rounds of Surya Namaskar. Let's just take a 10-second break. You can stand and just control your breath. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly, slow down your breath. If you want to, you can sit also, but it's preferable. If you are standing, arms wide, legs wide, drop your head back, inhale and exhale. And come back to Samasthiti. Join your feet together, palms directly beside your hands. Okay. So now we'll be doing a sequence. involving Adho Mukha Svanasana to warrior one, then back to Adho Mukha Svanasana from the other side, then back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, warrior two, and so forth. So we'll be doing 3 different postures by moving from Adho Mukha Svanasana directly to this posture. So it will be kind of a vinyasa flow. But right now, I don't know how much our level is, so we are not going to involve our breath in it. You can breathe in any way you want. You can breathe inhale, you can breathe deep, or you can breathe shallow, or you can breathe at your normal pace, up to you. So what you have to do is just come back to Adho Mukha Svanasana, downward facing dog. Just become comfortable in this posture. If you have to, you can move your legs, bend your knees, lift your heels up, lengthen your spine. And just straighten your legs, push your heel towards the mat. From here, directly bring your left leg forward. Keep your right knee straight. Turn your right feet. Place your right heel onto the mat. So observe my right heel is onto the mat. All my weight is shifted towards my right button, right thigh. I lock my right knee and the weight is on my right hand. From here, inhale and raise your arm. Now the things to notice is your thigh should be parallel to the mat, your ankle and your knee should be at a 90 degree. Gaze in front. You can interlock your fingers, join your palms, or you can keep them separate, facing each other, up to you. Now, all those who are advanced practitioner, you can slowly back bend in this. Otherwise, you can hold it here in center, hold for 3 more seconds, and 2, and 1, and slowly bring your arms down, and lift your right heel up, take your left leg back, move back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Just observe your breath, inhale slowly, exhale slowly, and bring the right leg forward directly in between your palms. Turn your right feet, turn your left feet, place your left heel onto the mat. Now, first thing you have to do before moving into the posture, transfer the weight onto your left leg. That is the most important thing if you want to be stable in this posture. Inhale, raise your arms up, stretch your body maximum up, expand your chest, pull your abdomen. Keep your right thigh parallel to the mat. Your right knee, right ankle should be in a straight line at a 90-degree angle. If you are an advanced practitioner or you want to do more, you can slowly back. Just stay for 3 more seconds. 2, 1. Bend forward, place your palms onto the mat, lift your left heel up, take your right leg back to Adho Mukha Svanasana. Slow down your breath, become comfortable, inhale, and exhale, and lengthen your spine. Just don't give up. If you're feeling you want to come back, just take a 10 seconds break and then once again move into Adho Mukha Svanasana. So now we'll move on to Warrior 2, the second modification. So bring your left leg forward. Once again, right heel onto the mat. Now inhale and lift up and turn to your right side. Keep your arms in straight line with your shoulders. Once again, notice how my thigh is parallel to the mat, my knee and my ankle are in a straight line. The weight is transferred onto the back leg. So this is your anchor. Involve your hip flexors, your hamstrings, lock your knee, tighten your calf. The weight should be transferred to the outer part of your feet. Just become comfortable. Inhale, and exhale, and come back. Place your palms onto the mat. Lift your right heel off the mat. Take your left leg back. Move back to the Adho Mukha Svanasana. Anytime you can take a break. There's no restriction. There's no compulsion that you have to follow each and every movement of mine. Whenever you feel you need a 10 seconds break, 30-second break, 1 minute break, just feel free to take it. Push yourself, but don't overexert yourself. And bring your right leg forward. Place a left heel on left heel onto the mat. Raise arms up. Now turn towards your left side. Keep arms on straight line with the shoulders. Observe once again the leg position. Thigh parallel to the mat, knee and ankle in a straight line. Weight on your back leg. Involve your hips, thighs, glutes, the knees, ankles. Pull your abdomen in, chest out. Stay for 3 more seconds and relax. Bring your palms back onto the mat. Lift your left heel. Take your right leg back. Move to Adho Mukha. So the next variation we are doing is known as crescent moon or Virabhadrasana. So what you have to do is, if you are able to do the final pose, then do it. Otherwise, you can just do the initial pose. So the initial pose is just bring your left leg forward once again in between your arms. Slightly take your palms forward and come on your fingertips. Slowly lift your right leg off the mat. Keep your left leg straight. Lock both your knees. Now, this is the initial pose. Keep your chin up. If you're able to do it, well and good. Now, all those who can level up, what you have to do is raise your arms. Now, you can take wall support also if you want. Otherwise, just keep your arms up and slowly come back. And place the right foot onto the mat. Bring your arms back. Take your left leg back. Once again, move to Adho Mukha. And bring your right leg forward. Come on your fingertips. Bring your arms slightly forward. Lift your left leg off the mat. Keep both your knees locked, toes pointing outward. And if you can, raise your arms up. And slowly bring your arms down. Place the right toe onto the mat. And once again, go back to the Shavasana. So this was our first try. We were just trying to understand how to do the posture. So let's once again try. This time our target is to stay in the pose for at least 5 seconds. Make sure you are doing it with full concentration, because as you can see, I'm talking with you and it becomes difficult to concentrate. So you're about to fall down from the pose if you're not concentrating. So with full concentration and awareness, bring your left leg forward. On your fingertips, slowly raise your right leg up. Now, all those who can, lift your arms off the mat and stay here for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Bring the arms down. Place your right toe on the mat and go back to the root. Other side, bring your right leg forward. On your fingertips, lift your leg off the mat. If you can, raise your arms and stay for 5 seconds. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Slowly bring your arms down. Take your left leg back. Move on to Adho Mukha. From here, let's move on to Vajrasana. Place your knees onto the mat. Flatten your toes. Push your toes out. Push your knees apart, toes together, and move on to rapid pose. Just relax here. Place your chin onto the mat. Chest onto the mat. Extend your arms maximum forward. Inhale and exhale. Slow down your breath. Let go of all the exhaustion, tiredness. Just breathe normally. If you want to, you can place your forehead onto the mat, but ideally, try to keep your chin onto the mat. Push your buttocks towards your feet. And slowly come back and sit in Vajrasana. So we are going to do 2 modifications in Vajrasana. First one will be working on your lower back, on your hips, on your ankles. Second one will involve more of your core, your hamstrings, your wrist strength, your shoulder strength. So let's move on to the first variation. Place your palms directly behind your toes. Fingers pointing towards your toes. If you are feeling discomfort sitting in Vajrasana, you can directly place a pillow or cushion under your ankles. From here, what you have to do is lift your heels off the mat. Slightly go back and lift your knees off the mat. If you can, drop your head back, push your shoulders back, and stay here for 5 counts. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. Slowly come back. Bring your arms forward. Let's move on to the second variation. Place your palms directly beside your knees. I hope everyone is able to see me properly. So either you can spread your fingers or keep your fingers together. Now, what you have to do is just push your thighs towards your abdomen and lift your shins, your knees off the mat. Keep your toes flat. So let me just demonstrate what you have to do is lift up. Observe how my toes are out. I'm not tucking my toes in. And then come back. The trick to holding this posture is to expand your shoulders, to push your shoulder blades away from each other, transfer the weight onto your palm, onto your wrist, and make sure to tighten your core. If you're not involving your core, your body will vibrate and it will become difficult to retain the posture. So on the count of 3, 1, 2, 3, lift. And stay for 10 counts. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Once again, take your arms back. Let's repeat one more time. See, whenever you learn something new, make sure you are practicing it at least twice or thrice so you get the understanding of it, how to do it. And lift your knees off the mat. Drop your head back, push your shoulders back, and stay for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And come back. And bring your arms forward. Now, second round, only those who can do it. Otherwise, if you want to take a break, you can take a break during this whole time. Do it only if your body is allowing you to. And on the count of 3, lift your knees off the mat. 1, 2, 3, and lift. Stay for 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. And relax. Come back. Release your Vajrasana. Straighten your legs. Spread your legs away from each other. Take your arms back. If you want to, you can slowly tap your knees onto the mat. Just observe your breath. Inhale slowly. Exhale slowly. Move your legs side to side, toes side to side. And let's move on to Malasana. For Malasana, is fold your legs. Lift your buttocks off the mat. Toes pointing sideways. Place your palms directly in between your feet. Sit straight. Now, what you have to do is join your palm in Namaskar with the elbows. See, the trick thing is people lean forward and you're not using the elbows to push your knees apart. So you have to place your elbows directly on the inner side of the knees and push them apart. Nice and tall. You can spread your legs as much as you want, as per your comfort, but you have to push your knees apart to engage your glutes, to engage your hip flexors, and just stay here for 30 seconds. Just relax here for 30 seconds. This is your Shavasana for today. Become comfortable in this posture. Lift your spine, lengthen your spine, chest out. Smile on your face. In last 20 seconds, let me check how much time for the session is left. We still have 15 minutes to play with our body. Last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Once again, bring your palms down. Let's move on to the next modification. Now, what you have to do is take your arms to the side and join your feet together. Toes and heels together, knees together. And sit straight. Now, if you are able to bring your legs together, that is fine. If you are not, you can keep them separated, but idea is to bring them as close as possible. Now, what you have to do is slightly push your chest towards your thighs, grip your elbows. If you are able to, you have to hug your legs. So don't take them over your legs, hug your legs. Just grab your legs. Now, if you are unable to grip your elbows, you can grip your forearm, your wrist, or you can interlock your fingers, whichever pose you can do. Or if you are unable to achieve the posture, keep your arms in straight so that you can maintain the balance. This last 10 seconds. 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. And go back to Malasana, spread your legs. This time, spread them a bit more wider. Just feel the stretch in your hamstrings, in your hips, and just move from left to right. Become comfortable in this position. Learn how to shift weight from one side to another. Keep your back straight, face up. Spread your legs as much as possible, toes pointing sideways. And just keep moving. Become comfortable. See, even if you are unable to understand my instructions, just observe my body movements and try to copy them. That is the easiest way. Even if you are not understanding, or if I am going a bit faster, just observe my body movement and try to imitate it, try to copy it. Okay. Come back to normal Malasana. Bring your legs slightly closer. Toes pointing sideways, heels inward, knees apart. Now, we are going to try one variation on this. It is slightly advanced, but I think most of you will be able to do it if I am able to do this posture. What you have to do is just slightly lean towards the left side. Now, with the left arm, grip your left shin and hold your left arm maximum back. And interlock your fingers. Take your right arm back and interlock your fingers. So let me show you from behind how it will look. What you have to do is take your arm back and grip. Simple. Try to do it. Let's stay here for 10 seconds. Bring your chest out, push your shoulders back. And 9, 8, 7, 6, 5, 4, 3, 2, and 1. Come back to center. And let's move on to other side. So turn to your right side. Hold your right arm. And take your left arm back. Interlock your fingers. Lean slightly to your right side. Chest out, shoulders back. And maintain for 10 seconds. 10, 9, 8, 7, 6. Try to do it. If you are unable to do it, keep trying. But you have 10 seconds to keep trying the posture. So don't give up. 3, 2, 1. And relax. And once again, straighten your legs. And let's take a 30-second break. So I'll show you a sequence. We'll do a sequence of 4 asanas back to back. So in the meantime, while you are relaxing, let me demonstrate what you have to do next. So we'll be doing 5 rounds of this sequence and then we will relax it with some nice breathing. So what you have to do is sit normally and relax and just see the demonstration. So what you have to do is one is Paschimottanasana. You have to bend forward. Now two, slowly lie down on your back. Now all those who can't take their legs over their head, you have to keep your legs at 90 degrees, Ardhalasana. If you can, then move on to full Halasana. Flow pose. So either you can do the half or full flow pose, whichever is comfortable. In 3, come back, fold your legs, and move on to Setu Bandhasana. So you have to grip your ankles, grip your heels, and keep your arms in straight line with the shoulders, whichever is comfortable for you. Keep your heels onto the mat and lift your buttocks off the mat. Push your chest towards your chin, lift your spine as high as possible. Make sure you're not collapsing your knees, keep your knees parallel to each other. And come back. Now for 4, turn, and we move on to Superman pose, knockout. So raise your arms and legs simultaneously off the mat. Keep your arms as close to your face as possible and come back. So this is the sequence that you have to do. I hope everyone understood the 4 postures that we are trying to achieve in this. The only modification I've given is in Halasana or flow pose, in which you can do the half posture by keeping your legs at 90 degrees, or you can take them all the way back, depending upon your comfort. Get ready, sit nice and tall, legs stretched in front of you. Remember, we are going to do 5 rounds, so don't give up before completing 5 rounds. Each and every posture you are going to do for 5 times. So 1, Paschimottanasana, bend forward. 2, lie down on your back. Move into Halasana, flow pose. 3, come back. Fold your legs, grip your ankles. If you can, otherwise grip your heels or keep your arms in straight line with your shoulders. Lift your buttocks, lift your spine. Off the mat, push your chest towards your chin. 4, come back. Roll over, lie down on your abdomen, and lift your arms and legs off the mat. 1, come back, move to Paschimottanasana. 2, lie down on your back. Increase the tempo, try to coordinate with my counts, with my body movement. Move to flow pose, Halasana. 3, come back, fold your legs, Setu Bandhasana, half bridge. 4, come down, roll over into Superman pose, knockout. Excellent. Keep doing it. 3 more rounds left. 1, Paschimottanasana. 2, lie down on your back into Halasana. 3, come back into Setu Bandh. 4, roll over into Nakasana. This last 2 rounds left. Don't give up. Push yourself maximum. Only last 2 rounds. The end is near. So 1, Paschimottanasana, forward fold. 2, Halasana. 3, Setu Bandh. 4, Naukasana, roll over. Lift your legs and arms off the mat. Keep your head up. And last round. 1, 2, 3, 4, roll over. And once again roll. Lie down on your spine and relax into Shavasana. The legs apart, toes pointing sideways, arms away from your body, fingers relaxed. Just observe if your lower back is on the mat. If it is not, just fold your legs slightly, lift your buttocks, place your lower back onto the mat, and then bring your legs down. Close your eyes. You can tilt your head to your left or right side, whichever side you feel comfortable. And observe your breath. Bring your breath under your control. Inhale slowly and exhale slowly. Relax your body, relax your mind. Just keep relaxing in Shavasana. Inhale slowly, exhale slowly. And keep relaxing in Shavasana. I just only came up to see whether you are doing it correctly or not. You can lie down in Shavasana if you want to. Just inhale slowly, exhale slowly. Gently tilt your body to your left side. Turn your body to your left side with support from your right arm. Slowly sit up. Sit in a comfortable position. Cross your legs. You can sit in Vajrasana, Lotus pose, whichever pose you feel comfortable in. Place your palms in Jnana Mudra by touching the tips of your first finger with your thumb. Place them over your knees. Lengthen your spine. Sit nice and tall. Keep your head, neck and spine in a straight line. Shoulders in a comfortable and alert position, and gently close your eyes. Just observe your breath. Inhale in and exhale out. With every inhalation, fill your body with positive energy, positive vibration, re-energize your body, revitalize your body. So inhale, just feel the surge of energy going in. Feel the positive energy, positive vibrations that you are taking in with every breath. And with every exhalation, let go of all the negative thoughts, negative vibration, negative energy, all the exhaustion, tiredness you are feeling. Let go of it. Inhale and positive things in. Recharge your body, rejuvenate your body, re-energize your body. Exhaling, let go of all the negative things, all the negative habit, anger, stress, irritation, anxiety, panic attacks. Let go all of it. Let go of all the tiredness, exhaustion. Now gently join your palms in Namaskar Mudra. Slowly bow your head down. And let's take 1 minute to pray for all those who have been suffering due to COVID-19 pandemic. All those who have lost their lives, all those who have lost their loved ones, all those who are fighting against this, all those who are suffering due to this, all those who have had financial, emotional, any kind of loss. Just send out your prayers and your thoughts to them. Send out your positive energy, positive vibrations to all the healthcare workers, all the policemen, all the grocery workers, pharmaceutical workers, everyone, just all the chemists, everyone, just send your positive energy, positive vibration to every living being in this world. Let everyone be happy, let everyone be healthy, let everyone prosper. With this thought, gently start rubbing your palms together. Heat up your palms, generate some heat. Place your palms over your eyes. Feel the positive energy, positive vibrations inside your body. And gently massage your face, your neck, chest, your abdomen, shoulders, your arms, your legs, your back. And join your palms together into Namaskar Mudra. Bow your head down and with humbleness and gratitude, gently open